Hello. Hello. I'm back today with this pinky purple makeup tutorial. In my most recent videos, I have been decluttering my makeup collection, and while I was going through all my stuff, I was reminded that I used to be a colorful ass bitch, you know? I used to love playing around with color. I was creative. I was uploading often. What even is that anymore in my world? So a few days ago, I sat down and I just played around with some color. I posted a photo on the gram. Today, I decided to recreate it. I played around with a couple Beige Cosmetics palettes. This is the Club Tropicana 28 color foil eyeshadow palette. Played around with a couple of these. Also used the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by Beige Cosmetics. You guys have seen this before. And a couple Suva Beauty eyeshadows. We had a great time. It's very rare that I wake up and I feel like I'm in a chatty mood and I want to do a chatty get ready with me video. So of course, the one day that I want to sit down and I want to talk and I want to catch up. It is hotter than the devil's asshole in Vancouver. It has been so hot.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
So I had the AC running and my fan going. I just turned my fan off so I could film this intro, and I am sweating profusely from every crevice of my body. So I'm gonna have to do a voiceover for this video, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna do that right now because I'm still in a chatty mood and I haven't been able to get it out of my system, if you know what I'm saying. So that kind of sucked, but I'm really happy with how this look turned out. I think it looked a little bit better in my Instagram photo, but honestly, I went into like a complete trance that day and I forgot everything that I used. So I kind of had to bullshit my way through it and kind of guesstimate what I used that day. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna go take a nice bath. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed. And let's get into it. Alright, so my foundation and concealer haven't changed since my last tutorial. I'm wearing the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in light beige. I'm using a Real Techniques Expert face brush to buff that in, and then I'm going to go over it with an Eco Tools sponge just to sort of make everything look a little bit more natural. To conceal any redness on the face, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Soft Focus Concealer in light medium beige, and then for the under eye, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer in C2. And then I'm going to set that with a Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So, how have you guys been? I've been good. I've been busy with work. I've been just contemplating what the hell I'm doing with my life as usual. I feel like that's literally the only update that you've ever gotten from me over the years, and that's what the fuck am I doing? Which should kind of give my younger viewers some peace of mind, because I'm 31 and I still ask myself what the hell I'm doing and what my purpose in life is. One thing I do know though is that I need a change. Don't they say people make major shifts and changes in their lives every 7 years or something like that? I think it's called the 7-year itch. Well, let me tell ya, I'm feeling the itch. I've been feeling the itch. I've just been ignoring it. This sounds stupid. I'm gonna stop there because this is starting to sound like a Vagisil ad. Long story short, I need a change. And all signs point to my career and finding fulfillment, which I haven't felt in a really long time, which is kind of sad. It's taken me this long to figure it out. Anyway, for bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Annabelle Sun-Kissed Perfect Bronzer to start. I'm self-tan today, but after using concealer and loose powder, I just feel like I need a little extra something to warm up my skin. I've also been using this Lise Watier limited edition bronzer from 2 summers ago. It's matte, and that little peachy inner circle adds a really nice touch to my bronzed skin. I'm using a MAC tulip brush to do this, by the way. And this, my friends, is basically the most sun that I've seen all summer in the form of powders. I've pretty much just been hibernating like a bear with the AC on. I don't do well in hot weather. Onto my brows, I'll be filling them in using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. I've been alternating between this and the Soap & Glory Archery Brow, which I'm still loving. That brow gel is like no other. While I'm filling in my eyebrows, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying about needing a change. I've been giving a lot of thought to maybe sorta switching up my career path. Let me just backtrack for a second for those of you who are new here. My 9 to 5, Monday to Friday gig is in marketing, communications to be exact. And when I'm not doing that, I'm a freelance makeup artist. But to be honest, that has kind of come to a halt lately because I'm always so tired from work and I just want the weekends to myself. I got chores, I got shit to do around the house, but I miss it. So I'm gonna try to start doing that more often and think about maybe switching up my career so that I have a couple gigs on the go. By the way, now I'm cleaning up my brows with that same Makeup Revolution concealer, and then I'm gonna set them with my Soap and Glory brow gel. One thing that I wish I knew when I was younger, like when I first entered the corporate world after finishing school, is that it's super important to have more than one stream of income so you don't become a slave to your job. Say you want to make moves, you don't have to worry about that one job controlling your life, if that makes sense. I've also been thinking a lot about YouTube and finishing up my website and that aspect of my life. And I gotta say this, while I love YouTube and I'm gonna try to upload more frequently and more consistently because it actually makes me happy, but I just don't have time for it, I don't think that I could ever do this as my job. I love YouTube way too much to make it a job, and I know that it's worked out perfectly for a lot of people, but that just ain't me. For me, if this turned into a full-time gig, I don't think it would be as fun as it is now, and I would never want to rely on it for my livelihood, which is why I think I need to have like 3 or 4 things on the go so I don't get burnt out creatively from one single thing. And it's taken me about 10 years to finally come to that realization about myself, so I gotta start making some moves. Because I'm working with color today, I'm gonna be priming my lids using the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the shade Whiteout. I'm gonna blend that out with a beauty blender, and then I'm gonna set it with a Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation in the shade N20. And to do that, I'm using a Sigma tapered blending brush. This is the E40. And rather than cleaning off my brush, I'm just gonna be lazy and I'm gonna dip right into eyeshadow. This is Suva Beauty. I think this is the shade Madrid. I'll have all the products that I use in the description box below. I'm just gonna apply this to my crease. It's going to be a transition shade, and I'm going to blow it out just above my crease ever so lightly. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to crack into my good old BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm going to take a bit of this hot pink shade. I'm going to apply it to my crease, to the outer edge of my eye, pretty much my entire lid below my crease, excluding like the very inner corner of my eye. And this is gonna take me about 3 decades to blend out because that's just how we do things around here, okay? And I believe I'm using a MAC 217 brush. Then I'm dipping back into that palette and I'm taking a bit of this light pink shade and I'm going to very gently apply it above that Madrid shade towards my brow to further give it a gradient effect. Then I'm dipping back into that hot pink shade and touching everything up. And then I'm gonna dip into another Suva Beauty eyeshadow. This is called Funny Face. And I'm just gonna deepen up that outer corner. I'm concentrating just on the outer edge to the center of my eye. Again, I'm not bringing it to the inner corner. I just wanna build up that outer edge. And then I'm going in with a bit more of that first hot pink shade. And then I'm also gonna drag it along my bottom lash line. Using that same brush that I dipped into Funny Face with, I'm actually gonna take a bit of this purple sort of magenta shade and I'm gonna further deepen up my outer edge. And once I'm happy with that, I'm gonna dip into that same Makeup Revolution concealer and I'm gonna start carving out the front portion of my crease. I'm starting at the inner corner and I'm working my way to the center of my lid and sort of blending it out. And I'm using a MAC 242 brush, I wanna say. I don't know how people cut their creases like it's nothing. It legit takes me at least 10 minutes each time I do it just to get it right. To set that concealer, I'm gonna crack into my Beige Cosmetics Foil Eyeshadow Palette. And I'm starting out with this shimmery white shade and I'm packing it into the inner corner of my eye towards the center. That packing motion is very important with these eyeshadows because they are foil and they do crumble. Then I'm gonna dip into this super pretty pink shade and I'm gonna blend that from where the white shade ended and pull it further into the middle of my eyelid to create a gradient. And basically for the next minute or so, I'm just going over those steps so that everything looks nice and neat and sharp, because that's what we like. These eyeshadows work much better when they're wet, especially for what I'm doing, but I was too lazy to wet them first. I wasn't too lazy to blend the shit out of my eyeshadow, but I was too lazy to wet an eyeshadow to make my life easier. So much logic. Now I'm taking Funny Face on that same MAC 221 brush and I'm blending it into the foiled eyeshadow so there's a nice blend between the two and there's not like a harsh transition. And then with an angled MAC brush, I'm taking that first hot pink shade that we used from the BH palette, and I'm adding a little bit of detail to the front part of that cut crease because details matter, am I right? With a Morphe M506 brush, I'm dipping into this purple shade in the foil palette and I'm further deepening that outer edge and also dragging it along my bottom lash line. And then to open up my eyes a bit, I'm applying the Pixi Eye Bright Liner to my waterline. And then with a Sigma E60 large shader brush, I'm using that same Cover FX powder that I set my eye with to just kind of clean up around my eye. I like to do this to clean up the shape of the look as well as clean up any fallout that may have taken place. Next, I'm curling my eyelashes and I'm applying some Essence the False Lashes Mascara. And for false lashes, I'm actually not going to use the lashes that I initially used for this look, which were the Eylure, I think Vegas Nay lashes. Man, those were so uncomfortable. I don't know how anybody can wear those things. They look really pretty, but they are brutal to apply. They're thick and just overall uncomfortable. So instead, I'm going to use my Koko Lashes in the style Goddess. I trimmed the ends of these, and after I apply them, I'm taking just a little bit of Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster, and I'm dragging that along the inner corner of my eyelid to sort of blend the lashes into my lash line, because these two have a little bit of a thicker band. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This applies way more neatly to my bottom lashes. And then I'm just going to take this time to add some finishing touches to my eyes. I'm cleaning up the brow bone, I'm going over the eyeshadows a bit, I'm blotting my face because I got a little greasy. You know the drill. So what else can I fill you guys in on? Oh, I'm down like 10 pounds now, maybe a little bit more. I haven't weighed myself in a while. Who knew that working out regularly and not eating your weight in carbs and treats could cause you to lose some lbs? I basically started tracking my consumption and chilling out on the carbs while also working out regularly like I used to. So here's hoping that I continue to see progress and that I stay away from the pasta, because pasta and pizza, ooh, those fuck me up every time. For nose highlight today, I'm using the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls highlighter. I forgot I even owned this until recently, and it's amazing. I used to love this. Why did I hide it in my makeup closet? I don't know. Also applying it to my Cupid's bow, and then for blush, I'm using the Balm Down Boy blush. This is one of my favorites that I used to wear regularly, but also forgot about until recently. I love it. I've been wearing it every single day. It's like a dusty mauvey pink, and it looks amazing on tan skin. You wouldn't think so because it looks kind of washed out, but once you apply it, oh, it looks so good. And for cheek highlight, I've really been liking this Makeup Revolution by Soph highlighter palette. I'm dipping into this light champagne shade with a Morphe 510, and I'm applying it to the highest points of my cheeks. And to set everything, I'm using the Wet n Wild Natural Finish Setting Spray. And moving on to the lips, today I'm using the ColourPop lip liner in Westie. I'm tracing the border of my lips, but I'm also drawing little lines inside my lips, if that makes sense. For some reason, this makes my lips look larger, so I've been doing that. And I'm gonna top that with a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. NYX Butter Glosses are where it's at. I fucking love these glosses. And Eclair is just one of my favorites. They smell good, they feel good, everything is just good, you know? Love a good lip gloss. Alrighty, and that concludes this quasi chatty get ready with me voiceover makeup tutorial, whatever you want to call it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you dig this look as much as I do. Everything that I use will be listed in the description box below as per usual. And with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed, and I'll catch you in my next one. Okay, love you, bye!